In yesterday's session, I have discussed about what is meant by testing, what is meant by manual testing, what is meant by we just had a just introduction and we just had some basics about testing. What is meant by testing? Uh, what is meant by manual testing? What is automation? What is the difference between manual and automation? In automation, there are several tools available like QTP, Selenium. There are many tools. Out of that, there is a tough competition between QTP and Selenium. Earlier, most of the companies used to use QTP. There are many tools. Most of the companies used to use QTP, but nowadays everyone started switching to Selenium. Everyone started switching to Selenium, and we are also going to learn completely about Selenium. We are also going to learn completely about Selenium. Let us see the difference between QTP and Selenium. Now, let us see the difference between QTP and Selenium. Selenium, it's a open source tool. Selenium and QTP. Difference between QTP and Selenium. Selenium, it's a open source tool. Who is that who have joined late and have unmuted the microphone as well? Mute your microphone, Aditya. Okay. Selenium, it's a open source tool. Open source tool. And QTP is a paid tool. What is open source and what is paid? Open source in the sense it's available for free of cost. Open source in the sense it's available for free of cost. We don't want to purchase license to use the tool. Whereas paid in the sense you have to purchase license to use the tool. That's the difference between open source and paid tool. Open source and paid tool. See, when I'm installing the Selenium, right, it won't ask you any product key. While I'm installing this QTP, at the last step of installation, it will ask you a 16-digit product key. It will ask you a 16-digit product key. There, until unless you give that 16-digit product key, you cannot open that software and you cannot work on it. Okay, if you want to get that 16-digit product key, if you want to get that 16-digit product key, then you have to pay, purchase it, purchase the license and use it. That's the difference between open source and paid tool. So, okay, and Selenium is an open source tool and QTP is a paid tool. Selenium supports all the operating systems, whereas QTP supports only Windows. Selenium supports all the operating systems, whereas QTP supports only Windows. Selenium supports all the operating systems. All the operating systems in the sense Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever. If you are having Mac laptops, you cannot install that QTP on the Mac laptops. If you have Linux operating system, then you cannot install that QTP. Whereas whatever the laptop or whatever the operating system you have, you can install Selenium in that and you can use it. It's a platform independent. Whereas it supports only Windows. Selenium supports all the major browsers, whereas this supports only IE browser, that is Internet Explorer browser. Selenium supports all the major browsers. See, for example, you are working for a company called Flipkart. That Flipkart client tells you to test that in all the browsers and give the results. That Flipkart client tells you to test that in all the browsers and give the results. In that case, if you are using QTP, you cannot test that in all the browsers and you cannot give the results because it supports only IE browser, Internet Explorer browser. Whereas you can test that Flipkart in all the browsers using Selenium. Okay. That is one. Next, Selenium supports all the supports operating system, all the browsers, and all. If you know Java, you can start writing the Selenium code. If you know Python, if you know C Sharp, if you know Ruby, Perl, PHP, if you know any one of these programming language, you can start working with Selenium. Whereas if you want to work with QTP, must ensure you should know about VB scripting. Or else first learn VB scripting, then only you can start working with this QTP. Then only you can start working with this QTP. See, this VB scripting is an outdated programming language. Outdated program, and this QTP supports that particular programming language, which means that they are not updating day to day. Before 5 years itself, they have stopped the updates. And this QTP supports that particular programming language, that is VB scripting, which means that VB scripting is going to outdate. If VB scripting is going to outdate, QTP also will get the outdate very soon. Whereas these are emerging day to day: Java, Python, C Sharp. Okay. Then most of the people used to have a confusion. Sir, is it good to go with Java with Selenium or Python with Selenium? Which one is the best choice? Which one is the best choice? My humble suggestion is to go with Java with Selenium. My humble suggestion is to go with Java with Selenium. Why? Uh, because of two strong reasons. Why? Because Selenium itself is built with Java. Selenium itself is built with Java. If you are going with Python with Selenium or C Sharp with Selenium or any other, again you should know how to customize it according to Java and how to use it. It's double the work what you will be doing. Okay, if you want to learn Python with Selenium also, you have to learn a bit of Java with Selenium. Then only you can go with that. Okay. Okay. Still, if you said no, no, sir, it's easy that I can go with Python with Selenium. I want to go with that. So okay, if you want, you can learn it. But after learning, when you are looking out for a job, out of 100 jobs, 90 jobs will be there on Java with Selenium. 90 percentage of the jobs will be there on Java with Selenium. Only 10 percentage of the jobs will be there on Python with Selenium. Still, few people says that no, no, sir, I want to go with Python with Selenium. If you want to learn Python with Selenium also, you can learn it. You can contact me separately on that. I'll help you. There is a separate batch for that. Okay, but I prefer to go with Java with Selenium only because placements will be very easy and working also will be very easy. That's why. Now, the size of the software is just 22 MB, whereas the size of the software is 1.5 GB. The size of the software is 1.5 GB. If you want to install this QTP right, a minimum of 2 GB RAM is required. A minimum of 2 GB RAM is required. Whereas if you want to install this Selenium, half a GB of RAM is more than sufficient. Half a GB of RAM is more than sufficient.
Hello.
Hello.
Where are you?
Uh, is this Pavan? Are you looking for testing training?
No, sir. Already joined.
Okay. Looking, the size of the software is just 22 MB, whereas the size of the software is 1.5 GB. If you want to install this QTP RAID, a minimum of 2 GB RAM is required. A minimum of 2 GB RAM is required, whereas 1.5 GB will be occupied for to install this, and half a GB will be occupied for this installing of operating system and all those things. If you install some other softwares, again the system will go slow. Again you have to increase the RAM to at least 4 GB, like that. Whereas someone have asked me yesterday, I guess so, sir, I have very old laptop with me. Is that okay? Any laptop is okay. That's the advantage with Selenium. I think Vachela had asked me. Yeah, I'm telling you that now. Any laptop is okay. Any old laptop or any laptop is okay. You can install Selenium and start working on that. But make sure that don't have any junk in that and it's work at least properly. That's enough. Okay. Even though I get it for free of cost, I have these many advantages. Even though I get it for free of cost, I have these many advantages. Then why people will go for QTP or other programming language? That's why almost all the companies have literally stopped using other tools and everyone started switching to Selenium. And we are also going to learn completely about Selenium. We are also going to learn completely about Selenium. Let us start learning about Selenium here. Okay. But still many of them are using QTP. Still many of them are using QTP or other. Why? Why? Because there are some drawbacks with Selenium also. What are those drawbacks? Selenium supports only web applications, whereas QTP support both desktop and web applications. What is web applications and what is desktop applications? Can you give some examples for web applications? Web applications examples are Gmail, Facebook, Amazon, anything which opens inside a browser. Anything which opens inside a browser is a web application. It's a web application. Even browser itself is a desktop application only. But anything which opens inside the browser is a web application. Those kind of applications can be automated by using Selenium. Whereas QTP supports both desktop and web applications. QTP supports both desktop and web applications. What is desktop applications? Examples for desktop applications. Um, this Notepad, WordPad, Paint, Excel sheet, calculator, Photoshop. These kind of applications are desktop applications. Anything which opens inside a browser is a web application. Okay. Apart from that, other applications are desktop applications. Selenium support. Do you see any companies developing desktop applications nowadays? No. Almost all the companies are developing only web applications. This is a drawback. This is a drawback, but not a big drawback. This is a drawback, but not a big drawback. And that too, to overcome this drawback, what the Selenium guys are doing, they are coming up with a new tool called Vinium. They are coming up with a new tool called Vinium. Vinium is a tool like Selenium. Vinium is a tool like Selenium which is used to automate Windows based desktop applications. Vinium is a tool like Selenium which is used to automate Windows based desktop applications. Okay. See, only trial version have been released for this Vinium. No actual version have released into the market yet. No actual version has released. If these actual versions get released into the market, right, almost all the companies have literally stop using Selenium and everyone will start working with. Everyone will stop working with other tools and everyone will start only with Selenium. Why? Because we found only one drawback. That too, to overcome that, that's not a big drawback. That too, to overcome that, they are coming up with a new tool called Vinium. That's why demand for Selenium increases day to day. Okay, and this Selenium does not record properly, whereas QTP it records properly. See, whenever we are learning any new tool, whenever we learn any tool, at the beginning of learning of any new tool, we'll start with record and playback, but we won't use that in real time anywhere. That is what we are going to learn for next another half an hour. How to record and playback. Okay. Initially we will start with that. By seeing that we will come to know how to write the code and all those. Okay. That is what we are going to see. Except this last point. I'll teach you about this last point might be for next another half an hour. Except this last point. Have you understood all the other points everyone? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Make a quick note of this. Make a quick note of this. Then we'll see that. Then we'll start stepping into Selenium and start working with Selenium. Make it bit quick. I'll give you 2 minutes of time. Yes. Hmm. It supports Vinium supports only desktop applications. For web applications there is Selenium already. Both are same. If you learn Selenium, you don't want to learn Vinium. Automatically, you will be able to get it. I can work on Vinium easily. It's like Hindi and Urdu. Okay. Make it bit quick. Okay. Yeah. Let others also take down. Another 1 more minute. Okay. Next. Next, we are going to see about Selenium. Let us start working with Selenium. Selenium, it's a open source. Selenium has been invented in the. Just listen, guys. Don't take down anything. I will give you time to take down. Selenium has been invented in the year 2004 by a scientist called Jason Huggins, and the company which has developed this is ThoughtWorks. Selenium, initially they have implemented IDE, that is nothing but integrated development environment. Next one is RC, remote control. Next one is WebDriver. Selenium IDE, RC and WebDriver. Selenium IDE, RC and WebDriver. Initially in the year 2004 they have implemented Selenium IDE. Initially in the year 2004 they have implemented Selenium IDE. Later on in the year 2000 in the year 2004 they have implemented Selenium IDE. Later on in the year sorry in, they found some drawbacks with the Selenium IDE. Later on in the year 2007 they have implemented Selenium RC. Again they found some drawbacks with the Selenium RC. Later on in the year 2008 they have implemented Selenium WebDriver, where everyone are using Selenium WebDriver even now also. Okay, only for today, for next another half an hour we are going to learn about the Selenium IDE. After that, from tomorrow onwards, directly we will jump into Selenium WebDriver. We are not going to learn anything about RC, because everything which are there in RC has been covered in WebDriver also. But the Selenium IDE is quite different. It's completely different. That's why we are going to start learning about the Selenium IDE. Let us start learning about the Selenium IDE. Okay, first let us start learning about Selenium IDE. See, I'm going to give you just 4 points about the Selenium IDE. You will not understand what exactly these 4 points is all about. I'll make you to understand this at the end of today's session. Just you can uh, have this. Okay, the Selenium IDE, it is just a record and playback tool. It is just a record and playback tool. It is an add-on to the it is an add-on to the Firefox browser, Firefox or Chrome browser, or Chrome browser. It is an add-on. It is just a record and playback tool. It is an add-on to the Firefox or Chrome browser. It supports only Firefox or Chrome browser. It is less secure. Okay, I'll tell you about installation of Selenium IDE. Installation of Selenium IDE. Okay, take down this into your notes now. Take down this into your notes. Whatever I have given, just take down this into your notes. Hello. Samana. Congratulations, na? Make it quick. Have you completed? Let others also take down another one more minute. Then we will see the insta. Don't take down any notes for installation also. I'll give you very clear notes also. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now, you want to install this Selenium IDE. Normally, how will we install any tool? How will we install any tool? If you want to install any tool, we will go to Google, search for that particular .exe file. We will download that. We will just double click on that. We will just double click on that and click on next and install. Just double click on that and click on next and install. We will just double click on that and click on next and install, so that it will be installed. Okay, but now this Selenium IDE is not like that. Selenium IDE is not like that. It is an add-on to the Firefox browser. It is an add-on to the Firefox browser. Since it is an add-on to the Firefox browser, first add-on to the Firefox or Chrome browser, first install the Firefox on Chrome browser. On top of that, you can install that. Okay. Now, you can either open Chrome or Firefox browser. Okay, there is the browser. Let me open that. On top of this, I have to install the Selenium IDE. How to install Selenium IDE? Open Chrome browser. Open Chrome browser. Go to the website called selenium.dev. This is the official website what I am going to use in future also to download other software. To download other softwares. Okay, selenium.dev. Selenium.dev. Yes. Selenium.dev. Under this, go to downloads. Under this, there is an option called download. This is the official website what I will be using in future also to download other softwares related to Selenium. This is the official website, selenium.dev. Under that, go to downloads. Under that, go to downloads. Under that, go to downloads. Under downloads, go to Selenium IDE. Under downloads, go to the subsection called Selenium IDE. Here you will have Chrome, Firefox, Edge. Recently they have made it for Edge browser also. Just click on this Chrome. Click on this Chrome. After clicking on this Chrome, under the Selenium IDE, click on Chrome. Then you have a button called Add to Chrome button. Then you have a button called Add to Chrome button. Click on this Add to Chrome. Click on this Add to Chrome. Click on Add Extensions. Click on Add Extensions. Click on Add Extensions. Done. That's it. This is all about how to install this Selenium IDE. Okay. First open Chrome browser. Open Chrome browser. Who is that who have joined very late and disturbing the class as well? Harish. Who is this account named Harish? Who is this Harish? I don't have anyone named with Harish in my account. Okay. First open Selenium IDE. Go to selenium.dev. Under selenium.dev, go to first open Chrome browser. Go to selenium.dev. Under that, go to downloads. Under downloads, come down. You will have Selenium IDE. Under this, click on Chrome. Click on Chrome. Click on Add to Chrome. Click on Add to Chrome. Click on Add to Chrome. click on add extensions, add to Chrome, then click on add extensions, so that it will be installed. After installing this, then you will find that here Selenium IDE. Let me enable that. Okay, this is the Selenium IDE. When you click on this, it will open the Selenium IDE. It will open the Selenium IDE. It will open the Selenium IDE. Click on the Selenium IDE. It will open the Selenium IDE. Yes, it will open the Selenium IDE. Yes, this is all about how to install this Selenium IDE. Okay, now let me give you some notes for this. Open Chrome browser. Go to selenium.dev under click on downloads under Selenium IDE. Click on under Selenium IDE, click on Chrome. Under Selenium IDE, click on Chrome. Click on download. Under Selenium IDE, click on Chrome. Click on add to Chrome and click on add extensions. Add extension. Okay, that's it. Selenium IDE will get installed. Take down this into your notes. This is all about how to install this Selenium IDE. Next, I will tell you how to work with this Selenium IDE also. Make it quick. Another 1 minute I will give. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, let us see about this. Now, let us see this. Sorry, you are not recording. Oh, sorry. It's there with me. Don't worry. By default, the record is there. That I will send it. Don't worry. Now, I need an application to automate. I need an application to automate. Okay, I have installed Selenium IDE. I need an application to automate. Let me open facebook.com. In this facebook.com, I need to enter email, password and click on login. I need to enter email, password and I need to click on login. Don't switch on the video and keep playing, guys, please. Okay, now now but I cannot if I want to log in into this application, I need to enter email, password and click on login, but I cannot ask someone's username or password, or else I cannot give my username and password. That's why I'm not going to use this application. Instead of this, I'm going to use another application called online.actitime.com/krn4 slash login.do. Username for this is pratap.svc@gmail.com and Pratap, I guess so. Yes, that's the username and password. I'll give you that username and password and all these things to you. Don't worry. Okay. Take down this URL also. Session has expired. Is it so? Take down this username and password. This, I'll tell about this application. What is this application all about later? As of now, use this. I will send to you. Okay. Let's make it quick, quick, quick. We have only 15 minutes this topic. See, what is this application is all about, I'll teach you. We don't want to that. We need some application to log in. That is why I'm taking this application. I have installed Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE is ready with me, and I have an application to automate. I have an application ready to automate. Okay, now I need an application to ready to automate. These are the things. Now, I have an application ready to automate. This is the application. I'm going to automate the login scenario of this actitime.com. By using that Selenium IDE, I'm going to automate this actitime.com. Okay, first open Selenium IDE. Open Selenium IDE. This is the Selenium IDE tool. Open Selenium IDE. Open Selenium IDE. Record a new there is an option called record a new test in a new project. There is an option called record a new once you open the Selenium IDE, you will be getting this tool. Here click on this record a new test in a new project. Okay, this is the URL on which you are going to work. Let me copy this URL. Okay, open Selenium IDE. Once you open Selenium IDE, you will get this. Okay, listen carefully. Click on record a new test in a new project. Give the project name, any name for your reference purpose I can give. Click on OK. Click on OK. Give the URL on which you are going to work. Give the URL on which you are going to work. Click on start recording. Click on start recording. Okay, whatever I type here, pratap.svc@gmail.com, that is getting recorded here. I am going to type as Pratap, that is getting recorded. I am going to click on login so that you will be able to log in. How to log in into the application? How to log in into the application? Then click on stop recording. Click on stop recording. I am going to name it as login. Yes, done. See, whatever I do in the browser, now it is recording. Now I have stopped recording. If I click on logout, will it get recorded here? Will it get recorded here? No. No. Then click on this Selenium IDE. Then this is the run button. If I run this, it will open demo.actitime.com. Then it will enter username, password, click on login. I will explain you once again. Listen carefully. From the beginning, I will explain you once again. Oh, sorry. From the beginning, let me explain. Starting from open Selenium IDE. Open Selenium IDE. How to record a test case, I am telling. Record a new test in a new project. Record a new test in a new project. Give the project name. Click on OK. Give the URL on which you are going to work. Click on start recording. Click on start recording. Click on start recording. Click on start recording. Give the URL on which you are going to work. Okay. And if I click on login, it will log in into the application. Whatever I do here, that is getting recorded because the record button is in on. The record button is in on. It has entered username in the username text box, password in the password box, then it has clicked on login, did all those things. Now I am going to stop recording. I have stopped recording. Now if I run this is what I have recorded that and I have kept it. This is the run button. This is the run button to run that. If I run this and if I sit idle, it will open actitime.com. Then it will enter username, password, click on login. Okay. If I want to run this once again, I want to run this, I have recorded many steps and I have kept it with me. If I want to rerun once again, what I can do, I can run this and sit idle. So that automation will take care of running these things. This is the automation code. This is the automation script what I have. Okay, this is called Selenium code. Selenium code. Selenium IDE records a Selenium code. Instead of that, I am going to write a piece of Java code how to do that, how to open the browser, how to open the URL and all these things. That is what we are going to see in Selenium WebDriver. Okay, we won't use the Selenium IDE in real time anywhere. Don't worry about this. Okay, mostly we will use the Selenium WebDriver only. Now, have you understood how to record and play back the test case, everyone? Yes or no? Yes. I hope you got an idea about what is meant by automation. Automation is nothing but a piece of code. When I execute that, the repeated steps whatever we are doing in manually, that it will get I mean through automation it will run it. Someone is skipping out, joining, skipping out, join. Please be steady to the class, guys. Okay.
I have a small doubt.
Yeah.
So actually, as we are using this Selenium IDE as the extension, there is
Mm.
no need for us to change the proxy settings for recording.
No need, no need, no need. It will take care of everything automatically, Aditya. Okay.
And one more doubt, sir.
Mm.
Whenever we are rerunning the code which we have executed,
Hmm.
will it automatically open the Chrome browser or we need to
No, no, it will automatically open, but it will automatically open. You don't have to do anything. Okay.
Chrome browser also?
Yes, Chrome browser also.
Okay.
Okay. It will automatically open. See, it has logged in into the application. Again, if I without logging out, if I try to run that, right, then it will throw you an error. Why? Because it will try to open activetime.com. It will try to enter username in the username text box. But previous time I didn't log out. That's why after 30 seconds it will throw you an error. Have you got it, Devi?
Yes, sir.
Yes. That's why you have to log out properly and you have to run it. Or else while recording itself you record login and log out also. Do any one thing. Now after 30 seconds it will throw you an error here.
Okay.
I have two doubts.
Yeah.
Is there any restriction on the URL or does it accept all kind of
Any
URL?
URL it accepts.
Okay. And what about the recording? Like, do we have any limit for it or?
There is no limit. You can record as much as you want. Okay. That's why while you are running, make sure that you kill the sessions properly and try to run this so that you will be able to run this. Yes, it will open demo online.activetime.com, enter username, password, click on login so that it will log in into the application. Yes, John.
Yeah, I have one more doubt. If
Yeah.
we close this IDE, if we open it again,
Yeah, that is what I'm going to teach you next. Wait for some more time. Okay. Now, I need to save this test case. This is one test case, right? How to save the test case? There is an option called save project. Save project. Click on this save project. Save project. Where I am going to save? I am going to save it under D drive, under classes. There is a folder called classes. All my classes will be under that. I am going to create a new folder for your batch. All your files related to your folder will be under that particular folder, batch 287. I am going to save this as active time. Okay, I have saved this. I am closing this and going back again. Where I have saved it under D drive, under D drive, under classes, under batch 287. I have saved this as active time SID. Okay, now I need to open this and I have to run this. Okay, if I want to open this, first open Selenium IDE. First open this Selenium IDE. I have already recorded a project. I have to open the existing project. Click on this, open an existing project. Open an existing project. Then go to that particular folder under D drive, under classes, under batch 287, classes, under batch 287, under this active time SID. Okay. Now if I just run this, it will open that Chrome browser. It will enter username, password, click on login so that you will be able to log in into the application. Understood, everyone?
yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, see, it is just a record and playback tool. See, when I am recording that, when I am entering the password secretly here, when I am entering the password secretly here, it is showing the password here. Is it a secure tool?
No.
No. If I open ICICIbank.com and if I enter the password secretly here, at the back end I can see the password also, which is not secured. See, this Selenium IDE, it's just a record and playback tool. It's just a record and playback tool. You cannot, it supports only Firefox or Chrome browser. It is less secured. Okay, that is what I said about the 4 points about the Selenium IDE. Now, Oh, I have removed that 4 points, I guess. So sorry. I have given you 4 points about the Selenium IDE, right? It is just a record and playback tool. It is just a record and playback tool. It is an add-on to the Firefox or Chrome browser. It supports only Firefox or Chrome browser. It is less secured. Have you understood these 4 points, whatever I have said earlier, guys? I have given it to your notes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's why in companies they won't use the Selenium ID. In real time, they won't use the Selenium ID anywhere in companies. Everyone are using. Later on, after since they found some drawbacks with the Selenium IDE, later on they have switched to Selenium RC in the year 2007. Again they found some drawbacks with the Selenium RC. That's why everyone stopped using this Selenium RC. Also in the year 2008 they have implemented Selenium WebDriver, where everyone are using Selenium WebDriver only. And we are also going to learn completely about Selenium WebDriver. Let us start learning about Selenium WebDriver from tomorrow's onwards. Okay, that's it all about our today's session as well. Just a minute.